Shortly before that, I had bought myself a new hearing aid. We have every reason to believe that the woman was yelling at the top of her voice. Unfortunately, she was yelling in a foreign language. That's why we decided to conduct a symposium to decide what to do. The Toastmasters president. That day, we were conducting a speech contest in the green drawing room, when suddenly we heard a woman scream at the top of her voice in the white drawing room. But we were so involved in the speech contest that we didn't pay any attention to it. I guess. I was, as usually, sleeping in the last row. When I heard a woman screaming in the next room, I woke up and called the rescue service. The woman. I'm an opera singer, and I try to sing as well as I can. That day, I had a benefit evening at the House of Sciences. Its sponsor was my boyfriend. The boyfriend. My beloved woman sings wonderfully. That's why that day the white drawing room was full of pensioners. Who were hired by me, of course. Rescueman John. We, not losing a single second, rushed to the place of accident, surpassing cars on our way and risking having an accident. Rescueman Smith. Having arrived at the House of Sciences, we, not losing a single second, stood in line to the cloakroom, put our smoking jackets on, brushed our hair in front of the mirror, and rushed to save the woman. But the door, from where the cries were heard, was locked. Since the yelling at the top of her voice continued, we decided that probably we will have to break the door. A scientist. The symposium finished and made the conclusion that probably we should look for additional literature and determine in what language the woman was screaming. That's why we put aside the cup with coffee and cognac and got absorbed in reading. Rescueman John. We needed a hammer to break the door. That's why we rushed to search for it in the adjoining rooms. The old woman on duty. The young man didn't know that the door should be pushed. It's such a pity that he couldn't attend the concert. A homeless man. I live in the basement of the House of Sciences. The scientists often experiment on me. They treat me with cognac. That day I decided to get my payment. Passing the white drawing room, I heard screaming from behind the door. I started to think if I could help. The boyfriend. Somebody knocked at the door. I opened and saw one more pensioner. He was a bit dirty, but that would do. He asked me if he could help, and I asked him to be present at the concert. Rescueman John. We burst into the adjoining room searching for a hammer. A kind of auction was being conducted there, because some stupid guy was standing at the rostrum and shaking a hammer. We asked him for the hammer, but he told us to make a 1 to 2 minute impromptu speech and explain why we needed the hammer. The timer. It took them 0 minutes, 9 seconds. Short speech. A counter. There was one, 8 very bad words, and one. The grammarian. Sorry, I can't believe it because I don't speak English. Rescueman Smith. We ran back to the hall to break the door, but the hammer didn't help because it was wooden. And the woman suddenly stopped screaming. Probably something very bad had happened. And John decided to use the last option. Take a run and kick the door open. The woman. Of course something very bad had happened, because some hooligans were constantly trying to burst into the room and were disturbing my singing. I thought they had brought rotten tomatoes. That's why I went over to sing to the green drawing room through the door between the rooms. the pensioners. On this slide, we decided to escape. We opened the door, and suddenly a crazy man rushed past us and jumped out of the window. Rescueman Smith. I forced the open door after John, but I didn't see any signs of blood. Instead, I saw that the woman was screaming in the next room, and everyone was applauding to her. Toastmasters, because we applaud in any case.